Gauteng Government is condemning attempted land grabs in Rabie Ridge. Chaos erupted yesterday after police fired stun grenades to disperse crowds accused of invading land illegally. But there seems to be some confusion. Residents say the land is state-owned and they should be allowed to erect homes there. But government, on the other hand, says it's not their land. Senior reporter, that's eNCA's Rabie Ridge, is following this story and trying to get some clarity from Human Settlements MEC, that's Lebogang Maile. We'll go to him in just a short while, but while we do, those visuals as well will be coming in from Rabie Ridge, as of course we continue to monitor the situation there. But back to my colleague Rabie. Good morning to you. Colleague, I understand that you will be in conversation with the MEC.
Yes, indeed, Dumela. You remember that the MEC took out a statement yesterday condemning the illegal invasions in private property by the community of Rabie Ridge. You know, that was one of the bones of contention, whether whose property it actually belongs to, because the South African Housing and Infrastructure Fund has come out saying that it's acquired the property some 6 months ago, but the community says that it does not believe it. In fact, it was demanding proof as to who actually owns that stretch of about a kilometer of land in Rabie Ridge. I'm now going to catch up with the MEC just to find out some of those details. MEC, thank you for joining us at eNCA, but whose land is that?
The land belongs to the property owner. It does not belong to government. In fact, before 2016 local government elections, the city of Johannesburg approached the courts with an intention of expropriating the land. But post 2016, as you know, the political landscape changed in Johannesburg. The city could no longer pursue that case. That piece of land was earmarked for people who live under the ESCOM servitude in Ivory Park because their lives are in danger, but it also constrains development and the ability of ESCOM to increase its capacity. It is for that reason that we had identified that land, though it is still in private hands. And even the current owner has actually bought from the previous owner. The previous owners were white, we were told, and we are told that the current owners are now black.
So, in having conversations with the community, MEC, they feel just in wanting to erect shacks in those lands because they say it's been lying fallow for decades now, while there's been a lot of criminal activity, rapes, murders that have been happening there.
The anger and the impatience of the community, it's understandable. And the land might have lied fallow for some time. For some time. It doesn't mean there are no plans there. There are plans. There's also town planning related matters, and there is also no bulk infrastructure there. So if our communities were to be allocated that land, it means they will not have water, they will not have sanitation. And you can imagine that will be disastrous. That will be another human rights issue. It will be unhygienic. And it's not safe for people to get to that land. We are saying to our people, please bear with us. Those who deserve to be in that land will be placed accordingly in an orderly manner through a process led by government.
What are the plans, MEC, for that land? And can you give us time frames? We're about to go to Rabie Ridge now. We need to give them some sort of feedback. What are the plans? Can you give us time frame?
Well, look, as I'm saying, firstly, the land is with the private owner. It means government must still negotiate with the owner. That's the first thing. And if we reach an agreement, we should be able to acquire it. And those discussions will be undertaken on our behalf by the Housing Development Agency, which is a national agency of the Human Settlement. And once that is done, and in fact simultaneously, we should be able to deal with town planning issues if we agree with them, and also make a determination whether the owner must install bulk services before selling to us, or we will take the land as is and start the process of installing bulk infrastructure. But our preference is that the owner should do all that work so that by the time we take over, we are able to immediately place our people there, and we can even give you time frames.
Now, you've been seeing the chaos that's been happening there for the last 2 days. We've been reporting on it. What do you think is happening? What do you think is behind all that chaos?
Well, I think it's a combination of factors. One of them, it's a genuine desperation and anger of our people because there is a huge problem of human settlement in our province, and there's also a land hunger. However, we want to caution our communities not to fall prey to scams of cartels who are hell-bent on pursuing their criminal interests at the expense of our people. We have seen this happening especially in the south, where the organized cartels abuse the genuine concerns and situation of our people. So we call on our people to work with us, make sure that there is coordination, there is order, because in that way all the genuine beneficiaries and deserving community members will definitely be placed on that land.
Thank you very much. MEC of Human Settlements, Lebohang Maile, reaffirming that the land, that contentious land, does indeed own to a private owner. It's not government land, but the community itself, Dumelo, is saying something different. In fact, they said that they've done research of their own and they have documentation to prove that it is private land. But we'll head to Rabie Ridge just in a moment just to verify all of that.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Senior reporter eNCA's Aviwe Mtila. On that note, Jane Dutton.